I made $20,000 yesterday and I ain't even jump up out the bed. Bag a leg, take a rent until he got the bed, walking like I'm Fred. Bonnie Rubble riding in the bubble, but it's stolen, watching for the feds. Made $20,000 yesterday, little boy, you heard what I said. You came in and rockin' the
it's the dark skin savage, my nigga. This nigga, what? Why do you say shit like that, bro? What? This is stupid, man. Hey, I know you guys are listening to the time, man. Y'all see what we got right here, man. We got
It's a little too creative.
inside. Back with the casual. Motherfucker look ugly shit.
That look like a fish puppy or some shit.
Y'all told us to keep up with the casual. Is it casual Geographic? Okay, yeah. So we gonna keep up with that boy. That's smart, intelligent black man. You know what I'm saying? Casual be funny as shit, bro. But yeah, we gonna get straight into it. Hey, yo, what the fuck?
They play this music.
Not that bad, I can explain. That is a baby, absolute finch, and yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like. This is what they look like all grown up. Those markings help the parents decide which chicks to feed and which chicks to let die. And that's because some birds will lay their egg in the nest of another and let the other bird raise their baby. Matter of fact, you know the first 4 letters of the word cuckoo? This is where that term comes from. So those specific markings help the mother avoid feeding a chick that isn't actually hers. And oftentimes, it's a chick with the brightest markings that gets the most food and attention from the parents.
Nah, bro, alien done invaded, bro. Nigga, that's not a bird, bro. What the that's fuck? That's an alien, bro.
Why is its mouth looking
like that? Why your mouth look like that, bro?
Trigger my phobia, dude.
But that shit better be pork, bro. Nigga, you see them blue John, bro?
Alright, bro, stop pausing right here, bro.
That nigga look like he been sipping some chug jug from fucking Fortnite, nigga.
It's not racism, but it's in the area code. Once the chicks become old enough to feed themselves, the birds are captivated. Only problem is some brood parasite chicks have evolved to have similar markings to the others, which tricks the parents into feeding them.
Let me know when this
which usually screws the other baby birds in the nest in the process. Because sometimes evolution means you just get cuckooed, but you know, with the O silent. Oral of this video, work smarter, not harder. Here's a quick vision test. You have 3 seconds to find it starting now.
Find what?
Find what?
Alright, time's up. If you counted 3 snakes, you're wrong, because those aren't snakes, that's actually a moth. Specifically, it's an atlas moth. And at almost 10 inches long, they're one of the largest ones out there.
Fuck?
They're one of those animals nature told to off because
on God?
No, that's cap. You think it's green screen, bro?
Oh my God, these niggas is like,
yo, what the fuck is that? I thought it was a snake. What?
Oh my
Hold on, let me look at that. The fucking butterfly. Let me look at it.
Yo, what?
Nah, but that's a snake. What he talking about? What? I don't even see the butterfly, bro. I don't even see the butterfly either, bro. Nigga, that's a snake, bro.
Oh my God, that's a snake. That's
an Indian snake. I see. Oh, this is the body right here. Holding onto a leaf. Nigga, that's some Indian snake, bro. You know that motherfucker with the fat neck?
Bro, yo, but what type of shit? How does a fucking body to look like that?
Bro, God is great, bro. That's all I can
say.
What
the hell? God, they're like chameleons, bro. They know how to like make themselves. What? Bro, those are mystiques of the wild, bro.
God, your creation is scary, bro. I'm gonna tell you that. Do they reflect off? Bro, I don't know, bro.
I've never seen no shit like this in my
life.
life.
Because those aren't snakes, that's actually a moth. Specifically, it's an atlas moth. And at almost 10 inches long, they're one of the largest ones out there. They're one of those animals nature told to off because in their adult form, they can't eat because they don't have a mouth. Once they're fresh out the cocoon, they only live off whatever fat they already stored. Their only purpose in life is to make more of themselves and nothing more. Which is why nature's Xerox will just sit one spot away for a male to come along.
Don't get me wrong, like in Nigeria, bro, I've seen butterflies. They're like that big.
But it's not a butterfly.
I know, but I mean, a moth. They call it a moth. A moth?
Yeah.
Moth with a TH. Moth. But look, they're like siblings though, bro. Right?
I mean, they kind of like.
I've seen the butterfly that look like that. They did look like they got eyes, bro. Yeah. It's like you got like color. It's like reddish. You seen those?
Yeah, I've seen. I know what you're talking about.
But these are not dangerous. We never know. He about to tell us that they look like a fucking snake.
Just let them lay their eggs and die. These moths have at best 2 weeks before their expiration date. Since flying around and wasting energy only speed runs them through life, they just find a nice spot and sit there and move as little as possible. So to protect themselves and eventually the eggs they lay, they use their wings to cosplay as snakes to scare off anything that could be a threat. By the time their life trial ends, their eggs are ready to hatch and continue the generational jihad that is their existence.
Fuck that God already knows like these animals is gonna be like scary or some shit? Cause it's like it does that to protect because snakes are fucking scary, and it's like they use that as protection.
Yeah, because when any other animals that could be what's it called?
Bro, is that fucking crazy, bro?
Nah, this is cat, bro. There's no fucking way an animal or an insect has evolved so much to the point that their natural form is scary as fuck. Think about it like this: their natural form, that's not supposed to look like that, looks exactly identical to a predator. Something as innocent as a fucking moth has adapted and evolved so fucking much that it's learned, or like its body naturally learns to look like a fucking predator, bro. A fucking
that's
predator.
just all weird.
How the fuck is that?
God has favorites this moth ain't one.
Don't scroll. I can explain.
No, you better explain.
It's not what it looks like, but it might be worse. It's actually a marine bristle worm called a polychaete. This deep sea worm was pulled from the bottom of the ocean by a fisherman who swore this demonic garden hose was smiling. The worm then proceeded to turn its face inside out. And that's because what looks like its head is actually a retractable pharynx. By the way, that's where yours is. These worms will regurgitate their own pharynx and then push them out their mouths to grab food and then suck it and whatever it caught right back in. Also, bristle worms are scavengers, meaning they eat all the things you would normally flush down a toilet. Now, this is the part where I tell you they're not as bad as they look. They're completely harmless to humans. They bite when they feel threatened, and the bristles can penetrate your skin like cactus spine.
Was he capping, bro? Well, I feel like he was capping.
Nigga, you did not just hear what the fuck he just said?
Hold up, bro. I didn't hear that.
Tell you they're not as bristle worms are scavengers, meaning they eat all the things you would normally flush down a toilet. Now, this is the part where I tell you they're not as bad as they look, and they're completely harmless to humans. They bite when they feel threatened, and the bristles can penetrate your skin like cactus spines. Since the spines can be difficult to remove by hand, it can lead to an infection if you don't get them out. Also, they can grow to 2-3 feet long and sometimes more. All that while looking like an uncircumcised paralysis demon. Have you ever heard of the headless chicken monster? Because if you haven't, I can guarantee it's not what you think. This is a Nipniastes, and it's actually a type of deep sea cucumber. And when I say deep, I mean you'd have to dive up to 16,000 feet just to see this aquatic prolapse anus in its natural. But if you ever dive that deep,
I ain't never seen nothing.
Who the fuck be naming these motherfuckers, bro? And Nipniastes?
Hey guys, I got a name for this one. What is that? Nipniastes.
Is that shit in English, bro? What the fuck is that?
I sound like nigga just rewinded something. Like,
that shit look like gonna nip you in your nipple, nigga.
And that's the crazy. Like the deeper they go into the sea, the newest, craziest shit they see.
Yeah, imagine the first nigga that named this was just like,
you know,
oh man, I got a special name for this. What is it?
What's crazy?
Yeah, that's it. Wait, what is it?
Y'all know what's crazy?
Yeah,
y'all know whales cannot even go to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. You said whales?
Whales.
Oh yeah.
They can't even go all the way to the bottom of the ocean, even though submarine is built in the form of a whale, so they can go under the ocean.
Bro, imagine
because the ocean will crush them. Yeah, they're too big. But
too much pressure.
Yeah.
The people become silent because the water pressure would evict your lungs out of your mouth and turn your skeleton into paper mache. But the headless chicken has no bones and therefore no worries. They range in size from about 4 to 10 inches. How long it actually is depends on whether it's a man or woman measuring. If it's a guy with the ruler, it might magically gain an extra 2 inches. They're able to use those wings to swim above the ocean floor, which they do to avoid predators. Also, a lot of them are bioluminescent and they'll light up if you touch them. If you harass them too many times, their entire body lights up. And the reason is, even though it exposes itself to the entire ocean, it also reveals the position of the predator attacking it to a possibly bigger predator. Basically, if it goes down, it's taking you with it. Which is pretty creative, considering most cucumbers just eat their organs out their anus and use the emotional damage as a security blanket. The more you know.
I do not care. The blobfish is ugly. In any form.
So let me see if I got this right. You and me, we do a collab together. Make a nice little video, for the people. And then you turn around and slander my child? Bet. This thing looks like an anxiety attack. Looks like ADHD on DMT. It's an identity crisis come to life. That is the look of an animal trap.
That nigga look like Wally. Yeah, like Wally. I was about to say that too.
I was just laughing. I'm terrified.
Bro, that's scary, bro. Nigga, I think that's the one I was talking about. I was like, you can see through him.
Nah, the blobfish, ain't it? I think
no, this one is different. I think this one, like this one.
No, this nigga like wearing night vision goggles or something. You see that shit?
No, fishes that live at the bottom of the sea can't see. Majority of them don't have sight because it's so fucking dark they don't need it.
Motherfucker look like a beast type shit.
The majority of the fishes that are down at the bottom, they don't have sight vision because they go by sound because it's so pitch black. What the fuck? Their bodies they evolved to not be able to see.
There's some that actually do see because there's this one that has like a antenna that has a glow light.
Those are actually blind. They use that to lure prey. They're actually blind. They use that light thing to lure prey.
Really?
Yeah, it's to attract prey.
Shit, that's crazy.
I know exactly.
How they gonna know if the prey there?
Echo sounds.
Oh, yeah. Tragically unaware of his purpose in the world. It's an identity crisis coming. That is the look of an animal tragically unaware of his purpose in the world. Can someone please explain to me how a fish that lives underwater still manages to find a way to have chapped lips? For an animal with hair follicles, why do I still get the feeling he has a receding hairline? Should have receded back into Satan's wet dream where it came from. It looks like the after picture in an anti-drug commercial. Also, it's a fish without scales. That's how I know it's a rough draft come to life. It looks like what happens when the post and draft buttons are way too close to each other. A telescope fish can swallow animals bigger than itself into its stomach, but I still can't stomach the fact that this is an actual living entity. I'm only roasting this fish because it lives nearly 10,000 feet, like 30 Statues of Liberty, underwater in the armpit of the ocean. Me flaming, it's the only warmth this LSD guppy's ever gonna get. Also, the way they reproduce is by non-guarding pelagic spawning. Meaning they just spunk it up in the ocean and hope it hits the right thing, like a degenerate. Also, blobfish only look like that when you kidnap them from their home. This thing looks like Nemo's paralysis demon 24/7. I didn't want to do any of this, but you clearly did. This animal's proof that nice guys don't always finish last.
Oh man.
This is a gelada baboon. It's the world's most intimidating vegan, and they can roll in groups of up to 600. That is a gelada baboons. And usually it's the biggest, meanest monkey that earns the right to mate with all the females in the area. But researchers found that oftentimes females will slip away and hook up with the less aggressive, lower-ranking beta males. Now, if they get caught, it gets ugly for everyone involved. So to avoid getting found out, the geladas will suppress the mating.
I think it's you cheat on me. Everybody got me time. That nigga said you cheat on me. Everybody come out.
That nigga said, "Oh, you cheat on me."
Everybody get it.
Everybody get it out. The way my baboon and you're about to feel the baboon.
You say baboon.
Sometimes females will slip away and hook up with the less aggressive, lower-ranking beta males. Now, if they get caught, it gets ugly for everyone involved. So to avoid getting found out, the geladas will suppress the mating noises they usually make to avoid drawing attention to themselves. Since these geladas will typically make these loud cries in the act, you know it's the quiet couples that be doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. I don't think that just applies to monkeys, but that's besides the point. The beta male will only fix the female's plumbing when he's at least 70 feet away from the dominant male. Researchers also found that cheating couples that were caught and confronted ended up doing it again but being more secretive about it. And it turns out females are starting to lose interest in the hyper-aggressive alpha macho males and paying more attention to the nicer, respectful beta males. Again, we keep...
That's crazy,
that's reality, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's just like honestly, everybody, girls into these hood niggas and all that shit, bro.
They realize I ain't for them, bro.
Yeah, now they're coming to the good guys, you know, to the good boys.
Ghettos, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I can see why that shit related to these motherfuckers, bro. That's crazy, bro. Them niggas just the same shit.
The monkeys?
Yeah, bro.
Territorial, man.
But what, baboon monkey?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Them niggas look scary as shit. Nigga, you saw that nigga. Y'all think this shit gonna fight an ape, bro?
Yeah.
Alright, but let's not do this.
What?
Let's not do that. No.
What?
Bro, nigga, you think them bitches is running against an ape like a gorilla?
No. Nah, not like gorilla. I'm talking about like my nigga Caesar. He wasn't that big.
Nigga, Caesar is a gorilla, isn't he?
Bro, no,
Caesar is a gorilla.
That wasn't. But nigga, that nigga was not that big, bro. I think they big.
Aren't apes like bigger versions of monkeys, nigga?
But I'm tripping right now.
Is ape gorillas?
Search that shit out.
Or they're just different?
No,
I might sound like a dumbass.
Nah, apes are not gorilla. I think they're just like bigger monkeys. Cause man, them niggas was swinging on fucking ropes and shit. Ain't no gorilla swinging on no dead rope like
a large primate that lacks a tail, including the gorilla, chimpanzees, orangutan, and gibbon.
So included.
So yeah.
So yeah, gorillas could be
a large primate that lacks a tail that doesn't have a tail.
Yeah, they don't have tails.
These niggas have tails, don't they?
Yeah. No, I don't think they do.
Wait,
baboons?
Nah, remember that booty hole like red as shit?
Some of them have tails, some of them don't.
Nah, some baboons look scary as shit. You see them?
That lacks a tail, dude.
Those colorful face baboons.
Easily not even talking about monkeys here. And apparently these nicer males do things like groom her and even babysit the children of other monkeys just to earn her approval. Moral of this video, can't call it simping if it works. This panda finessed everybody by pretending to be pregnant, and here's how.
I'm really a smart bitch. I really said voices from America. I knew that.
That's what you said that. I remember you said that shit in a video a while ago too. It was one of them back in Virginia.
Pandas are horrendously bad at being themselves. So when a panda gets moral of this video, can't call it simping if it works. This panda finessed everybody by pretending to be pregnant, and here's how. Pandas are horrendously bad at being themselves. So when a panda gets pregnant, the zoo will do everything in its power to make sure the little panda fetus lives long enough to actually be born. So when a panda at the Chengdu research base is expected, she gets her own air-conditioned room, 24/7 care, and extra fruits, bamboo, and buns. And when a 6-year-old female was expected to add another panda to the population, they did a live broadcast just so people could watch. Because I guess some people are into that. Except it never happened, because she was never pregnant. Even though for 2 months she had all the signs of being pregnant, including eating more and moving around less. Some experts believe these barcode bears will purposely continue these pregnancy behaviors if they notice it gets them special attention. And with her quality of life improving, she wasn't about to give that up. In her defense, there is a reason for this. Pandas have one of the shortest windows to get pregnant. I think it's something like 72 hours out of the whole year. Like out of 365 days, pandas only have one long weekend to get it done. Since pandas have such a small opportunity to have kids, they'll prepare for a baby just in case. Which doesn't really cost them much because again, preparing just means eating more.
Nigga, do y'all not realize what he just said?
What he said?
Oh man, that's crazy.
He said out of 365 days.
Nigga, out of a whole year, the window that they're able to get pregnant is 72. That's 3 days. So
get pregnant,
in that 3 days, they have to have sex and try to get pregnant in order for them to be pregnant. Anything after 72 hours, they won't get pregnant.
Wait, what?
Yeah, nigga, in that window span of 72 hours in 3 days, they have 3 days to get pregnant.
When they're
if
born?
they don't,
after they're born or something? Or
no. The mother, the woman, as an adult, has 3 days to get pregnant, or try to get pregnant. In that 3 days, if she doesn't have like intercourse or anything, or she doesn't, after that, any intercourse after that, nigga, you not getting pregnant. It doesn't matter.
Wait till next year.
You have to wait till next year. In that 72 hours, only 72 hours, bro. You have 72 hours to get
fucked, bro.
to get sperm in your stomach.
Damn, that's crazy.
And if you don't, nigga, it's not gonna work. You're not having, that's why they almost went extinct, bro. Or that's part of the reason, because nigga, they only have a 72-hour window to get pregnant, and they don't. That shit is crazy. Damn. So if they after that 72 hours, if they try to get pregnant, it's not working. Yep.
So what people think happened is that hormones made the she panda instinctively get ready for a baby that wasn't there. But when she realized the world was better to her when she did, she just kept it up. I can't say I blame her. I've seen people lie worse together.
This is why you don't fly drones in Australia.
Oh, damn, the bird thought it was a fucking...
He said this is why you don't fly drones
in Australia. Nigga, Australian animals are fucking crazy.
I thought that blade and cut that motherfucker off.
Shit.
One of the biggest threats to an Australian way of life is the wedge-tailed eagle. They're the largest birds of prey down under. It can have a wingspan of 7 feet, which makes this bird a Yao Ming long. One of these steroid tweeds allegedly had a wingspan of 7 feet. I'm only saying allegedly for my own mental health. They're insanely territorial and will attack virtually anything with a pulse. That includes this man's $80,000 drone that got Falcon punched out of the sky. That's an NYU tuition's worth of drone that got put in a pack. These birds have been known to run fades with sheep, kangaroos, dingoes, 18-wheelers, children.
18 motherfucking wheelers! Did you just hear that?
Bro, it's grabbing a child.
Nigga, a child, it can grab you, nigga. It can grab you.
But what he grabbing me for?
Nigga, he said they've been getting into tussles with kangaroos. Do you not know those are the boxing champs of Australia? Like, nigga, them niggas is the Mike Tysons of Australia.
Wow. Kangaroo whooping this shit ass, but
nigga, bro.
That nigga doing basketball, that nigga.
Let that bird grab that nigga by the head. That kicking shit ain't doing nothing.
Bro, they gonna tap that
motherfucker gonna be like, man.
He tapped that bird one time in the chest, man. That motherfucker getting caved there. Fuck this motherfucking kangaroo. These are different.
Just imagine how powerful the wings are too, bro.
We have something similar like this in Nigeria.
Yeah, niggas used to be scared. You get picked up by these.
Them men be picking up cheeks, bro.
There wasn't a picture nobody'd ever believe. And if you ever go paragliding in Australia, just know you're playing Russian roulette with a shack-sized giraffe. Moral of this video: Australia is just Satan's jungle gym. If I gave you 100 guesses, you still probably wouldn't guess the animal that cost this man his leg. So the story goes, in 2014, a wild animal was terrorizing a local village and charging at anyone that got too close. While trying to capture it, officials chased the panicking animal onto the property of this man, Quan Quan Chi. The animal immediately attacked him, brutally mauling him, and at one point crushed his right leg in its jaws. Guan described the mauling as easily the most painful thing he had ever experienced in his life. Villagers were able to get the beast off him, and the male was rushed to the hospital where he underwent 7 hours of surgery to save his leg, which looked like it was hanging on by a thread. Even after 8 surgeries and months in the hospital, Guan was told that there was a chance his leg would still have to be amputated. All that because he picked the wrong day to be near a panda. Yeah, a panda did this. I feel like y'all forget that panda bears are still...
See, bro, that's why you don't fuck with Pooh, bro. They made Kung Fu Panda for a fucking reason. Yep. Stop messing with that nigga Pooh, bro. Stop messing with that nigga Poe. Stop messing with that nigga Poe.
Oh, you said this is the real Kung Fu Panda. This is the real panda right
here. Motherfucker, take your leg off, nigga.
This the nigga that got the scroll.
If one of his teeth hit you with one of these, bro, that motherfucker sick.
Yeah, the razor around.
Shit, if that nigga hit you with one of those,
I mean,
nigga, he hit him with the confuse, but he was in the middle of doing the confuse, and that's why his leg's still there. Yeah. I'm not even trying to make fun, but niggas, stop fucking with these animals, y'all. White niggas, stop fucking with them. Nigga, you don't see me going on. This is motherfucking buck right here, and he's a vicious one right here. Whoa, there, buddy. Nigga, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. I'm fighting with this nigga, bro. The motherfucker he's gonna. But let the motherfucker hit you with. Nigga, I'm sick of fuck you up.
Very near a panda. Yeah, a panda did this. I feel like y'all forget that panda bears are still very much bears. But what you might not know is because pandas spend 10 to 16 hours of their lives eating bamboo every single day, they have some of the strongest jaws in the
Exactly.
For reference, it's the same reason gorillas technically have a stronger bite than grizzlies. And it's why a motivated panda can make your arm see-through. And because bears usually go for the lower body, panda fades have resulted in torn ligaments, broken ankles, broken legs, and even ruptured tendons. Moral of this video, never trust an animal with the color scheme of a barcode, they're usually on demon time. Just a reminder that no matter how bad life gets, you will never be the snail. This is Jeremy. Jeremy was a garden snail with mutation that made his shell coil to the left instead of the right. And because his organs were also in the wrong direction, he couldn't mate with other snails. And scientists spent years, like actual years, trying to find another lefty snail so Jeremy wouldn't have to die alone. There was even a viral hashtag lefty snail to help find Jeremy another. Eventually they found 2 possible options, one from England, one from Spain, all with the same 1 in a million lefty mutation. But then the 2 snails ignored Jeremy and started mating with each other instead. In people's terms, it's like if the Bachelor ended in an orgy that he wasn't invited to. The 2 snails made about 300 babies together, and Jeremy was responsible for exactly none of them. Eventually, Jeremy was able to find another partner, and this time he did make it to the end zone. Then he died, and none of his 56 alleged children had his mutation. I say alleged because it turns out his partner actually made it with snails before him, so we have no way of knowing how many of the children were actually his. Rest in peace, Jeremy, because God knows he didn't get to when he was alive.
Damn, that's crazy. So his shit is it's left-sided instead of right?
Yeah, and his organs grew differently too.
Damn,
yo, you wanna know what's even crazier about that? The fact that tiny-ass, like, fucking species took scientists years to try to
figure out,
understand him.
At least find other people's shit too, like find other fucking snails that's like them.
You know, I don't understand. That's another topic, but yeah, bro. At the end of the day, bro, y'all see this video, and I guarantee you, there's going to be a select few of you hard-headed motherfuckers that just ignore exactly what my black ass had told you earlier. Leave these niggas alone, bro. Leave them the fuck alone.
Like I said, even if it's cute,
I don't give a fuck if you're hunting motherfuckers. Leave them bitches alone. If the motherfucking gorillas in the wild looking at you like this, don't fuck at them, nigga, run. Don't fuck with them. If you see a dog and that motherfucker foaming out the mouth, do not fuck with them. Leave, bitch. If you see black, that's a heart attack. If you see brown, it's the time to frown. Nigga, make your ass frown.
Nigga, my black ass, I don't give a fuck the color. What, nigga? If it's just the
bad pussy ass nigga was scared of a cat. I was trying to get this nigga a cat up in the mouth.
I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all fuck with these animals. I don't trust no fucking animal, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. It can be a low ass dog, bro.
I still be surprised seeing niggas that actually have lions.
Yeah, those niggas that have lions is pets. You crazy as fuck,
bro. The day that motherfucker gonna be hungry and shit,
you gonna be motherfucker I'm getting as a pet. At all, and this is still fucked up, is a dog. That's it. All this goddamn orangutan, fucking gorillas,
somebody had a fucking kangaroo, bro. That motherfucker look short.
I ain't gonna lie. When the motherfuckers hug you, bro, that's the motherfuckers be the motherfuckers like,
I ain't gonna lie though.
and that niggas will squeeze your ass, bro.
I saw that video where that motherfucker came to the top. He was trying to hug the whole of the
Yeah.
I was like, hey yo, I need to go stand by the
No, on Instagram.
Bro, I was like, hey yo,
I'm just scared. I'm not gonna lie. And I saw
you saw the muscle on that motherfucker, bro?
I saw the nigga on Instagram, bro.
Bro,
If I was that nigga, I would've got scared, bro. Cause he was feeding him. And the gamer said,
Motherfucker said,
that nigga said,
bro, I was like, hey yo.
that nigga said,
Bro, I was like, hey yo, no, I'm really twigger, bro.
nigga, that was me. I would've been like, nigga, I would've got scared trying to run, nigga.
Hey man, I feel like monkey was like cute. I feel like that would be like the animal everybody gets.
Nah, you know what's crazy?
That's cool.
You know that little tiny ass monkey?
Yeah.
It's like white and black, and like their faces are like,
Oh yeah, I think I know. Talking about the baboons?
not baboon.
They're like
smart. They're like I swear to God, the smartest.
There's some
monkey.
small monkeys that
They're
they're
like
like
small,
really tiny. Like,
yeah,
you can
and they be sitting on your shoulder and shit.
Yeah.
You can just have them sit on your shoulder.
Yeah.
But them niggas are smart as shit.
I feel like I'll get a monkey, bro. But because monkeys are smart as fuck,
Yeah, bro.
Fucking motherfucker, I saw a motherfucker going through Instagram. You said a monkey going
Yeah,
through
bro.
I was like, what the fuck, nigga?
Nigga, I see monkeys that help humans. Like when they're like on course, like they be like, "Can you help me?" And them niggas be like, They help them niggas up like there's nothing, bro.
That's fair, bro.
Nigga, that's
Hey, bro.
That's not funny though.
But look, man, that'll be for this video, man.
Yes, sir.
We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we hope you guys learn just as we did, cause bro, we don't know nothing about none of this shit.
Everything in this video was new.
But panda is cute, but nigga still a bear, bro. Don't forget, bro.
Shit, it's not Kung Fu Panda. I'm gonna tell you right
I
now.
don't give a fuck
motherfucker's
how
white
harmless-
panda, nigga.
I don't give a fuck how harmless the animal is. Do not walk up to it if you don't know it.
Yeah, bro. That's
Hey,
facts.
But please don't forget to
Like, share, subscribe if you're new. God loves you. God bless you. And we out of here.